What's up, guys? So, just kind of wanted to update you guys on the game that I'm playing with the city. So, uh, previously we reached a point at which too many bizarre occurrences were happening. Some strange things happened with the moon. The sun was acting strange. A couple of phenomena in social perception and just tensions that were getting so high that conflict was avoidable led to the city allowing me to actually try to get a job. And where we are right now is the city's not allowing me to. Even if I tried to, nobody giving in to, like, nobody being no one being ready to accept that position or respond to that position is causing like a bit of a gridlock in which, even if I reach out, because there is nobody willing to actually accept it, the behavior is considered pointless and so does not occur. Now, if there's actually someone willing to actually accept it, then we would be in a different situation. I would just naturally get up and I would just do the thing that gets me a job. Just like what happened recently before where we are now. Just recently ended up, it was like magic. Just ended up in the right spot, the right time, guys, and just had a job and a place to stay like that. And that's that kind of stuff I mean by gridlock. If there's no point in doing it, then it will not occur. Especially if you guys are not socially and logically aligned physically around me to actually accept me doing that. So we are at a point where you're not letting me get a job. That's what's happening. Don't call me lazy. So now I go to my court date. I'm there and I'm told what the difference is between a bench and a jury trial. And I'm like, oh, a jury trial sounds kind of fun. I you know what? I have nothing to do all day. Let's do this. And the cop shows up, right? Or no, the cop doesn't show up. The cop that arrested me doesn't show up. I don't care. I have no concerns about it. I do have concerns about it, actually. So they request a continuance, which means that instead of the trial happening today, it's going to be reset and occur in a month. Now, this all lines up with a couple of events. One, I was recently kicked out for what I believe was an invalid reason after displaying high aptitude, high work ethic, high morals, and high amounts of self-control within fair, uninterrupted conditions, right? And so we can also say that before that occurred, that I was offered a job, but that the job itself had two conditions. One, that I would either have to work so hard that it exhausted me, which would give you guys a better narrative for saying that it's my fault where everything is, or if I didn't accept it, you would use the argument of saying, see, you need to just accept what you can get because look at where you are now, see? But here's the thing, I'm not where I am now naturally. This is not just naturally occur. I'm where I am now with meticulous and careful planning. Now, this is a reference that ought to catch some attention. I call it the green pizza tackle box, in which I was kind of lured into, what are they called? Coin explosions, where if you pick up a coin, it's attached to a string bomb, you blow up, right? And so that's all the evidence that I really needed, because I don't know if you did that on purpose, if you're entertained by this, or if your guys' effort is becoming so hard that you have to unconsciously remind yourself and present to yourselves what you're doing. So we know that at that point of me getting a job, that it was already planned for me to be removed. I know that, right? And I know that the conditions that led to me not getting a job were a couple of things. A, I wasn't going to be able to get a social security card or an ID by the time that I would have gotten paid. One of the reasons that made it pointless. B, I would have had to do so much work getting to and from there without being able to rely on, what is the green pizza tackle box, which was ready to claim that I lean or rely on them too much, right? So with that condition asserted, it was either accept the job and then become so exhausted that it's my fault that I'm tired and I need to just keep going, and you can say he doesn't want to work hard, he has no discipline, even though you saw me work hard and have discipline. Or I don't accept the job and you can claim that it's my fault that I'm in the position that I'm in, that just occurred naturally and logically. That you also have to say that. You also have to say that it occurred logically. That's what you also have to say. So we know that this occurred right before my court date. today, right? So, me on the street, obviously would make me feel violated. Obviously, I would feel like it's unfair, and it would make me feel like life is unfair, increasing the ethical blurred lines, inspiring me to do and commit certain actions in an environment where it is logical to be fair towards it, increasing the likelihood of unfair behavior. Not only that, on the same day, you literally activated your HAL lapsing. You activated the HAL calibrations you got the day that I was looking at technology for too long and couldn't explain a little part of it. And it would have been smarter if you wouldn't have done it on the same fucking day. Then I would have been able to fucking feel like a little guilty or like I didn't try hard. But you did it on the same day, the same exact night, dude, the same exact night. And at that point, it's like, okay, so obviously we're at the point where it's been observed from every angle. Not my fault. Didn't even do anything wrong. And so now we're at the court date. Now the cop takes a very strategic position here. Requests one continuance. This continuance is fucking clever. It is so smart, because where I am now, I'm unable to get work because there's in this little game the city's in with me. No one's gonna give me work here because honestly, you want me to die, or I don't know what it is. You want me to, I don't know what the fuck it is at this point. I mean, at this point, you just want the problem to be gotten rid of, and you want to do it in as much of a way you can say is not your fault. But here's the thing: you're doing like two-step planning. You're planning it here, and then you're luring things into it. This planning here is still action. It still counts as something that you're doing. You avoiding my survival, still action, still counts as something that you're doing. So there's no way out of this. You just have to say we're bad people and go. You just have to do it. You have to rip the Band-Aid off. I'm sorry. There's no way to do that. Okay. So continuance occurs. Now I've got to survive the next month with no secured place to stay, with nobody really willing to hire me. No social security, no ID. Getting cold. No food, no money. Keeping my sanity. Keeping fair. Staying 100% loyal and good to the real cause. I have to survive for a month in increasingly colder temperatures, trying not to go criminally insane. This was a very strategic move on your part. I honestly would commend you if it didn't actually piss me off. I would commend you. I would actually like respect you here, but I can't respect you because it's a dumb thing to do. So, you guys are going on with the approach of, well, you have no money and you have nowhere to go. So what are you going to do in this situation except give in to the things that would corrupt your character and make you more controllable to a group that is obviously not deserving of having control over anything? My response to that is even asking me that question is criminal. Because remember, you caused these conditions by not wanting to accept my success, my health, etc. And you know that these conditions are not just naturally occurring, that you're enforcing them on me to keep a range of control while admittedly still trying to poke and prod to figure out what involuntary responses that you can coordinate at the specific time to turn me into a, well, it doesn't matter how it happened situation, right? So you know that's what this is. I know that's what this is. You're being criminals. And I talked to you about the ethics bar yesterday. And the ethics bar is pretty much the set of standards and principles needed to be respected prior to action in order for free will and choice to be justified. Without respecting this, ultimately existence is disproven anytime our behaviors act outside of this bar, outside of these conditions. And so, by doing that, you make existence less healthy, less capable of being good for everyone, and in the process, any way that you violate the bar, the laws that you've chosen, so let's say you don't act on any of these laws over here that make existence real, well then, your existence becomes full of these laws, all of these laws right here, and these are all the laws you have, and you have to live in an existence that renders these laws, right? Because you don't respect these ones over here, so you don't get them. Now you don't get the benefits of those because you don't respect those as you act, right? So, the same way that you ask why I'm being so confident, The same way that you, as a criminal, would like to see me lose my attitude of cockiness and conceitedness, knowing everything that you're doing and that I'm not in the wrong in any way. Which is, by the way, a moral victory, an ethical victory, a religious victory, and I would say a financial victory as well. So the part of you asking, well, there's still this, well, you still can't do anything about it. Well, you still can't do anything about it. That's what you're saying. You're saying, even if you're right, so what, you're right. We have you in a position where you still can't do anything about it. When are you going to accept that? I would say this. So as far as all the coordination, what's going on, you've been trying so hard and for so long to eliminate one guy, one problem, right? Something in a way that if you could just kill me, just straight up, just random guy comes and shoots me in the back of the head, you would do that. But for some reason, there's something that you can't do about it, which is why you have to play the game this way. And so now we both exist with this condition of there being something that we can't do about the situation. This is where the ethics bar really comes in handy, because this part of life that we can't do anything about is allowed to treat you any way that you violate the ethics bar as you behave. This part that you can't do anything about is literally falling into the mold of any part of the ethics bar that you're not respecting. And that's how it gets to you. The ethics bar is like a shield. And you're not doing it. All right, this is the guy that was supposed to die here. This is the guy that's supposed to die. You guys kind of doing this. I'm healthy, right? But anyway, so predicted route as of now, before things change, because they're obviously going to have to. Tension's too high. I'm saying things at too great of intelligence, and I've kind of warned. Oh no, and you raped me again. You fucking raped me again. Yeah, that too. Yeah, using this. Yeah, so because you were all desperate to be like, because I haven't done anything wrong. I'm on the street. It's fucking a bad story. So you need me to do something wrong so you can say I've done something wrong recently to deserve it. And you know that's what it is. We're not arguing about that. So. I stay on the street. I become more desperate. Either my standards lower and I end up playing this game with the girls, or well, there's really no other option. But I won't do that. I won't do that either. I go crazy. I become more desperate. I become more in a immediate necessary demand, thus allowing you kind of cards to play against me, leverage over me in my decision making, especially as the lower my function gets, as I become more tired because you're not allowing me to sleep anywhere. I sleep in the cold as well, and I become more exhausted as a result. You can easily manipulate me into violating the ethics bar, which then you can use to justify saying that everything you've been doing is fair. By the way, I want you to understand that everything you were doing at this point was unfair. Even if I would have fallen for it and people couldn't see through it, the attack you tried the same night that you needed a story to justify me being there, that you had to do that after. You had to stage that and encourage it. Not even encourage it. You had to stage that and force it after you had already done this. So even if look, before we get there, you still don't have a reason to be doing this. Before we get to that point, you still and then even this got caught. And so you're still not justified. You're still not justified. So just kind of waiting on you to be all like, you little fucking shit, you have no power in this situation, we don't care. I do have power. I mean, I did like natural power. Like the natural power that is, there is an equal response to every action that you make. And you guys have been making a lot of stupid actions. So I don't know. But yeah, we're gonna see how long it takes for the tension to build up too high. And it's not even going to be forced. Like, logically speaking, situation is going to force some things to happen just because this ethics bar is not just about, respecting things, but literally it's like what's logically occurring, what you logically have to respond to before you can do what you want. You're going to have to logically respond to this situation in a way that benefits me, regardless. You're going to have to. And you're going to want to not be doing that, and you're going to think that you've not done it. But you literally trying to survive is literally just doing things that make sense. And because this whole thing doesn't make sense, every time you do something that makes sense, it helps me survive because I make sense. You get what I'm saying? So like even if you were acting with the intention of not helping me, you trying to survive would eventually help me. So it's not even a fucking mind game at this point. It's just natural physics. It's just nature. So yeah. Oh, I gotta respond to this. So I watched the video, right? And the video kind of has me. It has me a little bit. But it doesn't have me enough. Now, I don't suspect that you're real cops because cops, right, are designed on the principle of protecting and serving the public, right? I don't feel protected. I feel targeted. And I hardly feel served. So, by violating the logical basis that justifies police in the first place, I can still technically make the argument that you're not actually real police, but that's gameplay. So let's say I'm watching a video, right? And legal precedent still stands. I'm still right. You're going to document something as having occurred in a way without getting my side of the story as accurately and honestly as possible. You're going to put it in my record, and once it's there, courts go, we can't do anything about it. Once it's in the documents, it's indisputable facts. So, I have a right to challenge the law when I think that it is documenting an unlawful indictment on my record. And what did that challenge do? It got the charge dropped. Did my challenge not get the charge dropped? So, I mean, at this point, the way that you feel like I'm being annoying because I won't just give in and do whatever you want despite being fucking criminals at this point. Okay, so you know that feeling that you have whenever I'm like completely right and you're completely wrong, and now you have to do what I want regardless of whether you like it or not, and you still don't want to? Well, I'm completely in the right and you're completely in the wrong, and you still want me to do whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? So let's just be real, right? Let's just be completely honest. And you can call me cocky, you can call me an asshole, but I'm literally just lowering the weight of natural life onto you to see what it does. I'm not even committing any crimes. I'm not even hoo hee hee jokering you right now. I'm literally just kind of pointing out some natural points about existence, and I'm seeing how you logically respond to it. That's all I'm doing. So I'm not putting bombs anywhere. I'm not even freaking trying to like computer comprehend the city to destroy it or anything like that. I'm just pointing out a natural thing and seeing how you react to being reminded about it. That's all I'm doing. So you can call me cocky, you can call me an asshole, but what are you for doing all of this? If I'm cocky and an asshole for knowing that I'm right and that you're wrong and that what you're doing to me is wrong and that you have no right to do it and that it's unfair, unjust, and that in order to survive you'll have to pull back quite a lot, what are you for doing me wrong, planning it this far, trying to make it seem like you haven't done anything, staging and by the way, this is the trial. Do you think the court case is kept inside of the courtroom? No. We're in the court case right now. This is the court case. That's why they chose the strategic chess move of a continuance to try and be like, that little bitch boy needs to just be a little bitch boy. He needs to be a bitch. He just needs to get hungry, get starving so that we can rape him, so that he can learn that he's not God, right? Because that's what this is about still, right? Fucking retards. All right, so brilliant chess move. I think I've got a real checkmate here. Just by fucking letting you continue to commit so many crimes that your fucking ethics bar collectively collapses, and whether you like it or not, I get what I want. So, I mean, look, I've already been told that I won't starve. I've already been told this in advance because you guys started collapsing a long time ago. Remember, I have time. I just want you to remember that I have time. I can see you guys' reactions to collisions that you're going to have going for right now. I can see your reactions to collisions that your mindset combined with every other mindset in the environment is going to have. It displays for me at a super quantum etc. field, right? So I've already been told that I'm not going to starve. But my confidence here, well, I'm not being an asshole. It's not like I'm Deadpool. It's not like I'm fucking like blowing shit up, causing problems, being annoying. I'm literally a good, sweet, kind. I'm fucking playing fucking Minecraft. What the fuck am I doing, right? I'm not doing anything wrong. So yeah. This is like, I don't know. This feels like, all right. So this is a bit personal. I'm gonna show myself here. This is a bit personal. I've always had this like weird like fantasy of like being at like the end of a movie, and like I'm limping on one leg, and like you can tell that I just went through a bunch of shit because I'm limping on one leg, and I'm like tired. And I'm exhausted, but it's over. It's finally over, and I'm cool as fuck for surviving it. Isn't it weird that I have, for no reason, a limp in my fucking foot right now? Like, there's just, like, a spot on my foot that's just painful to step on for no reason. Isn't that strange? That's weird. It's really weird, man. And, you know, as crazy as all this stuff's been making sense and connecting, I mean, that's so strange, man. That's just so weird. I mean, all right. And for you guys being like, nah, he shouldn't be reacting like that. He should be all like, I'm sorry that you guys keep committing crimes against me and trying to make me your bitch. I'm sorry. I mean, no, I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, he needs to be like, what the fuck? All right, that's the end of the video. I'm done.